The Liberal Party is undoubtedly having an identity crisis, becoming this weird middle ground between two increasingly divided right factions. The digital dementia alcoholism of Pauline Reinhardt's One Nation, and the definitely not a party, definitely not liberals, shit light independents. Both of which run off the same tired points. Everyone else is shit, but at least we're not one of the majors. Social media, short-form content, and chatbots will be the death of democracy. But before that happens, I want to talk about one specific issue that the Liberal Party has been dealing with for quite a while now. Leadership. I won't be going into the whole leadership problems the Liberals have been having since Tony Abbott, but there's a great book on the subject called Plots and Prayers, and I highly recommend giving it a read if you're interested in this stuff. No, I want to talk about this guy. You remember him, right? The Onion Man. No broadband. The Liberal Party, who won against Kevin Rudd, lost to Malcolm Turnbull, and spent the next half-decade trying to destroy the party from the inside. No Liberal Party. When the Teal movement started up, he was one of the first to lose his seat. But he's back. And once again is trying to destroy the Liberal Party. The Libs are like that snake that tries to eat itself, except with Tony Abbott's head and a body that looks like an onion. Although instead of being an elected representative, he's the party president. What does that mean? I'll try to explain. I'm mostly familiar with Labour's bureaucracy, so if I get some details wrong, make sure to leave a comment down below, and I'll leave a pinned comment with corrections. The party president is the leader of the Federal Council and the Federal Executive. The Federal Council is the peak decision maker, but has no control over the parliamentary party. That's the guys in Parliament. The Federal Executive, quote, supports and services the needs of the Federal Parliamentary Liberal Party. So, Abbott is now the leader of the Liberal Party Byzantine. I think this is a really weird decision to make. You don't often see former prime ministers become party leader. In fact, you hardly hear about party office at all. The executive and the council do important work for the party, but mostly behind the scenes. I couldn't even tell you who the president of the Federal Executive of Labour is. Sorry, the National Executive. Always gotta name things differently, don't you? Now, what's interesting about Abbott being president is that he's a far more engaging speaker than... I literally forgot his name. Angus Taylor. I know I spent half of my last political video making fun of him, but when he talks, I'm not sure anyone pays attention. He's not outrageous or entertaining, nor is he a pragmatic nerd with a lisp, and we sure do like those. I want Australians to be comfortable and relaxed in all areas. Much like the Liberal Party itself, he's sort of nothing to no one. So while the Liberal Party is trying to figure out what to do with itself, Abbott is declaring loud and clear that multiculturalism has failed, which isn't the official position of the party. It doesn't seem to be a very popular position within the party either. So every few weeks, Tony Abbott gives a big old speech about whatever racist shit he comes up with. Racist, rubbish, racist, hate. And then some poor old sod from the Liberal Party gets dragged onto insiders and has to answer the question that they themselves don't have the answer to. Are the Liberals a pale imitation of One Nation? Or a pale imitation of the Teals? Well, it was Menzies that brought about multiculturalism, as we ended the White Australia policy and helped a lot of Chinese people get here. But forced to walk this tightrope of multiculturalism is good, but migration is still too high, and Labor is letting in too many migrants. But it was better when we did it because we did it better. I have a lot more I could say about the Libs, but that's all I have time for today. Let me know what you thought in the comments, especially if you disagree with me. Leave lots of comments.